it's Crystal here with A Broke Plant Eater. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. And we have a lot of things going on today. We have a get together tonight, so I'm not all dressed up because I'm going to be cleaning my house very shortly and getting ready for the party and getting all the party food ready. So I'm going to share 2 recipes that I love making. Not only do I love eating both of these recipes, but I love making them for get-togethers, barbecues, my girlfriends all getting together, things going on at your family's house, and you're asked to bring an appetizer. You can make this anytime, and any non-vegan and any non-plant-based person is totally gonna dig these recipes because who does not love fresh guacamole and chunky salsa? So they're super easy to make both of these when you're going somewhere because all of the ingredients are pretty much the same. You just prepare them differently. So this video is gonna be short and quick, hopefully. If you are not a subscriber, you definitely want to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell because I upload a new video every Wednesday and Saturday naturally, so you definitely want to be notified about that. But in addition to that, I have a really dope project that I'm working on with a fellow YouTuber. So we are going to be dropping some big news next week, and you're going to want to be informed of that. I'm really excited about it, and yeah, so I'm going to start with the fresh guacamole, and here's everything you're gonna need to make the recipe. So get ready, because here it is.
Alright guys, let's get started by grabbing our avocados. You want to make sure that you have a very nice ripe avocado. You can do that by pulling this thing off and making sure that that center color is sort of green and yellow and that it's firm to touch, almost like a tomato. And you don't want to make sure that that peel doesn't feel like it's separated from the avocado because then it's not good. So you can use a knife or one of these little gadget things. Either one works well. I'm going to use my little gadget thing, press it down, slide it across, twist and pull apart. Just go ahead and scoop all of this avocado out. You can use a spoon, a butter knife, whatever you've got on hand. It doesn't have to look pretty because we're going to be mashing this, and you can use this to get the pit out, but normally a knife works best. Stab it, twist, and pull it out. I'm going to be saving 2 of the pits in order to use as a almost like a blender, like a whip, to keep in my guacamole. I don't know, I read it on the internet somewhere and it seems to work, and everybody always compliments how my guacamole never turns brown. So it's definitely the pit and all of the lime juice that we are going to be adding. These are friggin' perfect. Anyway, scoop these out. I used a total of 3 avocados in this recipe, so if you want more or less, it's totally up to you. Next, we're going to want to throw in that lime as soon as we can. So I have 1 full lime. We're going to start by rolling it and then cutting it in half. I'm going to use my lemon juicer, but you can totally use your hand, but I want to get every single drop out of that lime. I'm going to juice fully the first half, and then the next half I'm only going to juice it about halfway. I like to save that last half for the last stirring around of your guacamole. Anyway, grab a large fork or a potato masher or whatever you've got on hand and just squash this down. The beauty of guacamole is it can be as sweet or as chunky as you want, and once you reach the consistency that you totally dig, you're going to stop, put it aside, and let's get ready to start adding all of our other ingredients in, like half of this onion, which the other half will go into our other salsa. This is so pretty in color, like it's fragrant. I think it tastes great. If you don't like red onion, please don't use red onion. Use something else. All right, so go ahead and chop up this onion if you're going to be adding red onion or sweet onion or just regular yellow onion, whatever you want to add in here or whatever you have on hand. Chop it up and get it into that bowl. Next, we're going to get the 1 tomato finely diced and put into that bowl as well. And I don't like to keep any of the seeds of my tomato when I'm chopping it, so I just kind of slide my knife up right along the center there, remove that before I chop all of my tomato, which is just cutting it in half and finely dicing. So however big or small you want your tomatoes to be, it's totally up to you. And I don't want to mash this anymore, so just make sure that you remove your fork or your potato masher and just use a regular mixing spoon. All right, let's go ahead and add in our jalapeno pepper. If I wanted to have a very spicy guacamole, I would totally just chop this all up, but I don't want a spicy guacamole. I'm going to remove all of those seeds and then I'm going to chop them up. If you want very spicy guacamole, leave the seeds in, slice and dice and throw them all in there. It's totally up to you.
Do you see how nice and chunky this is? Oh, it is so, so fresh. You're not going to get this kind of guacamole at any store or in any container. I am sorry for my new friend. Hopefully he's watching this. He's been obsessed with some store-bought guac that he's bought. But you have to try this because it's so good and so fresh. And because we put so much lime in there, it'll last. So
by lasting, I mean it will not get brown. So let's throw in the rest of that lime juice and some lime zest, and make sure that you throw in the 2 pits of the avocado. That'll also keep it from browning and act almost as a blender whip type thing. Add in some salt and pepper to taste, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic, and my grocery store did not have fresh cilantro, so I'm just going to throw in a teaspoon. You always have to sort of improvise, right? I think that's the word. Anyway, stir this around. It should be good to go. Taste it, see what you need. If it's great, set it aside because we're going to get ready to make our next salsa. All right, first things first is we're going to chop up about 4 tomatoes, and I also removed the seeds in this as well. And because this is a chunky salsa, I'm not going to dice the tomato as finely as I did in my guacamole, but totally up to you. I'm also going to go ahead and dice my red onion because I don't want to waste half an onion, so I'm going to use the rest of it. If you are using any other kind of onion, go ahead and throw that in at this time. And here's my jalapeno pepper. I don't really know the spice level of all of the guests coming, so I'm only going to add half of the seeds from this jalapeno pepper. As you guys know, if you eat or like jalapeno, a little bit goes a long way. So chop that up and get that in there as well. Normally after this is when you would add some cilantro, but my grocery store didn't have any. But they did have these Mexican Fiesta microgreens that have things like cilantro, cumin, arugula. So that is why I didn't add all of the jalapeno seeds, because this little mixture here has some heat. I'm also going to juice half of my lime right into the salsa, and I'm going to save the other half to put on top of my avocado. I definitely want to make sure that every inch of my avocado that is finely chopped has some lime on it so it doesn't brown. And here is how I remove the skin when I'm trying to nicely chop avocado. So just run your knife down the center, not all the way down, but just slicing the peel so that you can peel it right off. This is the testimony of whether or not you have a very good avocado, because if you are not able to accomplish this and you keep breaking the peel or whatever, it might not be ready. So I also throw some lime juice right on top before I start chopping it up. And unfortunately now we have to make sure that our avocado actually looks presentable, because we're not going to be mashing this. So just go ahead and chop that up. And forgive me guys, my voice is a little cracky. I do have some allergies going on. Anyway, once you have this all nice and chopped up, you are going to throw even more lime juice right on top, mix it around, and throw it into your mixture here. We are going to add salt and pepper. That'll definitely enhance the tomato flavor. And just a dash of garlic powder and a dash of the cilantro. Be sure to use like a mixing spoon and not some sort of fork or anything. You don't want the avocado to start blending. You want it to be nice and chunky. If you don't like avocado, just add 2 more tomatoes. It's totally up to you. It'd be more like a pico de gallo, but people who like salsa normally like avocado. That's, what I think anyway. Stir this around and you are pretty much set it to go. Actually, no, you are not set to go. Add some lime zest and then you're set to go. I'm going to show you guys some cool ways to plate here. All right, so I'm going to be using these small little glass bowls that I have. You don't have to use this kind of thing. You can just use your serving bowl, but I like to put them in here. That way people can just grab a little bowl and some chips and walk around the party, and they have like their own individual serving. I'm going to also be putting it onto this cutting board. I'm going to have all of the bowls surrounding my little cutting board full of chips. So these are regular corn tortillas. I have blue corn tortillas as well as roasted plantain chips. Roasted plantain chips are my favorite thing to eat with guacamole. They taste amazing. You can get them pretty much anywhere, especially if your grocery store has like an ethnic aisle. I think Goya makes a bag. I got these at Trader Joe's. They're pretty friggin' good, trust me. Anyway, this is going to be on display. It smells amazing. Like I said, I'll have all of those individual bowls all around. I hope your party guests enjoy this because I know you will. Either way, let me know.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and try these for you. Even though I'm not too into the spicy one, I'm gonna try it for you. I make this basically for everybody else. I make this one for me. But I hope you see how easy it was to make these recipes. If you make this recipe or any of my other recipes, please don't forget to hashtag @ABrokePlantEater on Instagram or Facebook @ABrokePlantEater. If you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I'm going to try the guacamole my favorite way, which is with the plantain chip. I love guacamole, so making it at home, that red onion gets in there. You can taste the lime, you can taste the juicy tomatoes, but that red onion is definitely where it's at with this. Like I said, you can use regular onion if you don't like red onion, but if you like red onion and you have red onion, use red onion. It is so good. Yeah, this one's always my favorite. I'm trying not to get a jalapeno pepper because that will be terrible to eat on camera. So, God bless you, Dingo. Trying to get what I can. Ooh, that jalapeno almost slipped in there, so. Cheers, this might be the end of the video because I'm gonna go need to get some water, so. There's definitely heat in there. It's really good though, that tomato is so juicy. The red onion. I'm really tasting the jalapeno right now, but it's good. I so wish I liked spicy food, y'all. I really, really do, but I don't. I just want to keep eating. Anyway, I hope you make this recipe. Until next time, guys, we will see you.